And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Luck. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he comes back with one complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let it roll. 12.
Out of the gun, Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sullivan. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Burton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Watson, option left. And now he'll tuck it and run as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Richmond. Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now it's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing his line. And he's got his man Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Off of play action, Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. This is Hines. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watt. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Love. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now it's blocked. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And now another one thrown incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
12.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Single, 280. Single, color. 11.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. Luck now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Monday. Second.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lynch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Luck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go ahead. Let it roll. 6:22.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Here's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And they got the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I noticed.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker, because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 2nd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Hines, he's trying to carve out a bigger role in that Indy backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Hines on a toss play. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. Now he's flushed out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, it's Lott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Lott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. Now the pitch to Hunt. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember being able to...
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think...
And my goodness, another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Hines. Got some room at the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Kill.
Now it's Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So signs of life in what